Hi, I'm Mike Stroff from Savage Outdoors. Talk to you a little bit about prepping your food plots, specifically in the Midwest. So we hunt the Grigsby farm. It's a giant piece of contiguous acreage there that we're able to manage in the state of Illinois. You know, we're coming into the spring time of year right now. We grow a lot of clover in this country. It grows really well. Doesn't take a lot of effort, and if we get a good stand of clover, it actually allows us the opportunity to not have to replant that food plot for 4 or 5 years, and sometimes even longer than that, depending on the stand. Once you get the food plot established and you've got a good patch of clover, basically keeping it mowed keeps the weeds out. The clover typically choke the weeds if you've got a good stand. And so 4 to 5 times in the summer, I end up going in and mowing them down and keeping them mowed nice and short. And that fresh growth, the deer just love that stuff, and they'll pound it and pound it and pound it. Those, during the summer, the early season, that early fall time frame, and then even into the core of the hunting season, those clover patches produce an awful lot of activity. The deer stay on them, and again, I don't have to plant them every year. So if I take the time and do it right the first time, where I get good seed to soil contact, I plant them at the right time, we get lucky and Mother Nature gives us some good rain, it might be 5 or 6 years before I have to replant these. And it's not terribly expensive to plant clover. This is something that anybody could do. You can either rent the equipment, borrow it from a buddy, or buy your own stuff, but it's nothing that's out of reach for anybody that's managing from a 10-acre tract of land up to something like the Grigsby. Cost is always a factor, and you gotta do something that's going to hold deer. I mean, at the end of the day, the goal here is to hold deer and create situations where you've got deer on the property and or those places you can get a chance at that big buck. So clover is a big one for us at the Grigsby farm. And there's a number of other things you can plant, of course, but try some clover. If you're in an area that it'll grow well and you can get good seed to soil contact, it doesn't take a lot for it to grow.